It's that time of the month for the best Prebuilt gaming PCs for December in 2022. Now, things might change at the end of the month for Christmas, so make sure to stay tuned for those Christmas deals. Now, I don't think they are going to be as good as the Black Friday ones, but we will have to wait and see, so stay tuned for those deals and also watch the whole video if you want to find the best PC for your budget. And if you can't find your budget on this video, you will have more deals down below in the video description as well with these systems. That's it, let's start. With the first one for $700, we have the Cyberpower PC Extreme VR from Amazon. This one has the i5 11400F and the RTX 3050 alongside 8 gigs of DDR4 RAM and 500 gigs of NVMe SSD. Now, I have to say a couple things about this PC. The first one being that yes, maybe it has the i5 11400F, but this CPU is still a great gaming CPU and you won't have any issues at 1080p if you pair it with the RTX 3050. The only thing that I don't like about this PC is that it comes with one stick of 8 gigs of RAM, so make sure if you get this PC, you upgrade the RAM to 16 gigs as soon as possible. It's really easy to upgrade and it's not going to be expensive, but if you want the best performance out of this PC, you will need 16 gigs of RAM. Now, this PC has decent airflow with a front edge panel, RGB fans, so you won't have any issues with temperatures, and on top of that, it's upgradable down the line in case you want to change things inside of this system. You will be able to run basically every single game at 1080p, high settings, 60 FPS on average, and esports titles at 144 plus FPS on average, even 240 or more depending on the game, the settings, and if you upgrade the RAM or not. Overall, it's a great system for the price. But it is worth mentioning that for 70 extra bucks, you can get the exact same PC with the RTX 2060, which is a better option than the 3050 for gaming. So if you want a better gaming performance and you can spend an extra 70 bucks, I do recommend you upgrading to this system. But if 70 bucks is all that you have and you can't upgrade the RAM after this, then don't make the upgrade and upgrade the RAM and storage for the last one. With the next one, we have the Victus 15L. I do recommend this one a lot, but that's because I've tested one of these and it actually performs really good. And here we get the RTX 3060, which is a much better option than the 2060 and the 3050. And then you get the i7 12700. And let me tell you that for under $1,000, it's almost impossible to find a Prebuilt system with the i7 12700. Here you also get 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of SSD and 1 TB of hard drive, so you do not need to upgrade anything on this system. And the only thing about this system is that it's not upgradable, so if you want to upgrade a bunch of things down the line, then this PC might not be for you. But if you want to plug and play and have the best gaming performance for under $1,000, I think that this one will be your best option. It's 980 bucks, but after a coupon code that you will have in the video description, it will be around 930 bucks. You can even do some 1440p gaming with this system, but it's not going to be the best 1440p gaming PC. So if you have a 1440p monitor and you want to play high demanding titles at 1440p, then I recommend you getting the next one for $1,300, the Skytech Plays 3.0. This one has the Ryzen 5 5600X and the 3060 Ti. Now the 3060 Ti, it's a 1440p graphics card compared to the 3060 non-Ti version from the last one. But it is true, this one is $300 more expensive, which is a high number. But anyway, if you can afford this system, you get a 1440p gaming experience for $1,300. And on the Prebuilt PC market, this is a really good deal. Of course, if you want to go for a PC build, it's going to be better and cheaper. But for a Prebuilt system at this price point, it's actually a really good deal. And here you can change anything inside of the system. It's fully upgradable and you get a 600 watt 80 plus gold power supply. You also get a terabyte of SSD and 16 gigs of RAM, so no needs for any upgrade at the moment. Now for 30 extra bucks, you can get the Omen 25L. This one has the i7 12700 once again, and you get the RTX 3070, which is better than the 3060 Ti. It's much faster, and if you have a 1440p monitor, you will notice a difference when buying this system instead of the last one. It's only $30 more expensive, but after a coupon code, it's actually going to be cheaper than the last one. So for a cheaper price, you get a much better gaming performance, and not only gaming performance, but also for multitasking, video editing, content creation, and streaming. So this is a better performer system, but it is not as upgradable as the last one. and it doesn't have a front mesh panel, so temps here will be a bit higher. It's not going to kill your PC over time, but it is going to run hotter. So if you want a system that's upgradable for 1440p that doesn't run hot, then the last one is the best choice. But if you want the best one in terms of price to performance, you want to get the most FPS 1440p for a cheaper price, then the Omen 25L is going to be the best option. Now, if you want the best out of these two worlds, meaning that you want something upgradable but it's also great for 1440p, we have the Skytech Chronos, but this one it's $1,650, so it's much more expensive, which makes sense because you get the Ryzen 7 5800X, a 360 all-in-one liquid cooler, a front mesh panel, so really good temps and airflow for this system, and then you get the RTX 3070 Ti, which is better than the 3070 and much better than the 3060 Ti, and then you get 32 gigs of RAM of DDR4. Now this is the only thing that I don't like about the system. The speed for the RAM is 3000 MHz. I would like to see a 3200 MHz, not 3000, but it is not a deal breaker anyway. And you can see the FPS on the bottom of the website for high settings in different type of games. It is a great system for the price, I have to say. And like I said before, you get both worlds, but the price is $300 more expensive. So it's up to you and up to your budget if you can afford this or not. With the next one we have the Omen 45L, and I've tested this PC myself, so I can tell you that this one is one of the best PCs out there on the market for the price. Yes, it's $2,100, but after a coupon code like the Omen and the Big Twos, it will be around $1,890, and you get the RTX 3080 and the i7 12700 alongside 16 gigs of RAM, 1TB of hard drive, and 500 gigs of SSD. Like I said, this system has the 3080, so you can either go for a 1440p super high refresh rate monitor or a 4K one. I've tested this PC on a 1440p monitor. You will have my review about it in the top right of the screen, and I think that for the price, you really can't beat this PC. Maybe you can get better systems, but those are going to be around $2,200, so you will have to spend around $400 for a gaming PC that is going to perform just like this one. So I really do believe that this is a great deal for a high-end budget. In case you have around $2,000 or $1,900 and you want a 4K Prebuilt system, I think that this is a no-brainer. But I won't get into too much detail because I made a full review about it. Now, if your budget is even higher, for $3,100, you can get the Skytech Eclipse. This one has DDR5 memory, 32 gigs of RAM, you get a 4080, 1TB of Gen 4 SSD, a 1000 watt 80 plus gold power supply, a beautiful case with a front mesh panel, you get a 420 all-in-one liquid cooler for the i7 13700K, which makes sense. So overall, this is a beast of a 4K gaming system, and not only for gaming but also for multitasking and video editing. And then if you want the best of the best, I recommend you the Thermaltake LCGS. This one has the i9 13900KF, you get 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM, the RTX 4090, which is the best one on the market, and the price is $3,800. But I have to say that if you are a content creator and that's your main thing, then don't get this PC because you get the i9 13900KF, and the F means that it doesn't include integrated graphics, and this will hurt your video editing performance. So if you're a video editor, for 200 extra bucks, you can get the Eclipse from Skytech once again, but this one it's on Amazon. For 4,000 bucks, you get the 13900K version, and you also get a 1200 watt 80 plus gold power supply, so it's better for future upgrades. So if you have around $4,000 and you wanna do gaming, then you can get away with the other one and save 300 bucks. But if you have a lot of money, I think that you should get the Skytech Pro Eclipse for 4,000. You get the best of the best on the market today, and there's literally nothing that you can't do with this system at 4K. But I don't recommend normal people to buy this system. Buy it only if you're a professional, you have a professional usage, or you have a lot of money and you just want the best of the best. For the average guy, even for 4K gaming, I think the most that you should spend on a gaming PC should be around $2,000 for a system with the 3080 that is going to be really fast. I don't think anyone needs more power than that. Like I said, unless you are a professional and you know you need more power than a 3080. That said, if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe, but most importantly, hit that bell button so you get notified when I upload this type of content and also when I upload the Christmas deals. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you on the next one.